What matters most in life? That was our topic this week in the Thumos community, where we had a whole lot of men get together on a couple of Zoom calls, and we asked them the question, what matters most in life? We call this true wealth. And actually for this exercise, we had these men close their eyes and take a few breaths. We had them actually go back, it's a Stoic principle, go back to their deathbed. You're at the end of life, you've got cancer, it's over, you're going to die. And we had these men just visualize that, feel it, just for the time, not live there, but just go there for a moment. Then we had them open their eyes and ask them the question, what's most important? When you look back on your life, hopefully without any regrets, what is most important? Every one of these men responded with some form of relationships, specifically the wife and the kids. Interesting enough, no one visualized or no one mentioned friends being around them. And maybe we do have friends at the end of life. I hope we do. I hope I do. But I'm not banking or counting on that. Friends do matter. They're huge. Relationships are huge. But every one of these men mentioned their wife and their kids. So from there, we just asked the question, well, how are you doing? If you're going to live a life as a man, as a dad, with no regrets, and perhaps that's impossible to live a life with no regrets, but we want to be as awake and as aware as we can. If you're going to live a life with no regrets, or at least low regrets, what needs to change? And here's the punchline. Many of these men, and maybe this includes you out there, we're so focused on the F of finances. We're so focused on building the career, the business, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is a first half of life concept. That needs to be done. We live in a world that's, things are only getting harder or more expensive and or more expensive. Now, when I say harder, I'm very cautious. I'm very aware that that's a mindset, because one could easily say it's only getting easier. But my point is, and what I should be saying is, things are becoming more expensive. Now, how do we deliver more? How do we serve more? How do we help more and better and get paid and have abundance to do so? But here's the punchline and here's the point. So many men are so much running around, fully consumed and all consumed, thoughts, actions, calendar around earning more money. That's great for a young man. But at some point, you got to ask yourself, at what cost? And when it comes to money, this is a loaded question. How much is enough? I've asked that question on men's weekends. I've asked it to a lot of men in coaching scenarios and situation. Almost never get a good answer. How much is enough? For one man, $3 million, it's not enough. $3 million, oh my gosh, he's going to run out of money. He's not going to be able to take care of his family. He's not going to be able to do whatever he needs to do. And another man, and these are like-minded men, both good, conservative men, actually in the same state. When I've asked this, $3 million, he's set for life. He's happy. He's free. He's going somewhere. He's going to retire. He's going to choose the path of simplicity. He's going to help. He's going to serve. He's going to be in mission. Similar like-minded men, same amount of money, two total different extremes. I would ask you, brother, how much is enough? And look, maybe that number for you is 1 million. Maybe that number for you is 10 million or somewhere north of that. It doesn't matter. My point is, let's don't get so focused for so long or too long on making money, especially if we're using it or doing it from the mindset of scarcity, lack of abundance. It's not enough. It's fear-based. All these things that are what we call below the line. Let's don't be so focused on that with our time, calendar, our attention, our mindset, and outside of heart set, that we neglect or forget or don't pay enough attention to what's most important, what we're calling true wealth. Time with our loved ones, conversations, leaning in, asking questions, giving smiles, compliments, hugs, asking the question, how can I help? Asking the question, what do you need? How can I do better? How can I love you better? All of those beautiful questions that can serve us so well. as men, as husbands, as dads. What I find quite often in the community of Thumos and the men's work that I've been doing for so long and I love so much is perspective is often, like gratitude, is often a huge compliment plus additive benefit to what we do. If we get so focused on money, we just tend to lose perspective on the big picture, true wealth, what's most important. And I gotta tell you, it's easy to do. When I regain that perspective, I really go and I hone out a little bit. I say, what's most important? Or ask what's most important. And from there, I can easily come up with relationships, health, and money. Probably in that order, although I very much understand that the three kind of complement each other. If I don't have enough money, how do I eat organic? How do I have the freedom to do what I need to do to invest in the relationships? So they all matter. My point is perspective and balance. If I have to prioritize those three, I go back to the deathbed and I go, relationships, especially with wife and kids, and perhaps 3 to 5 ride or die friends and brothers. Hopefully it's more than that, but I don't expect more than that, and that's okay. It's also health. Maybe if I have to force fit, maybe that's number 2, because without health, what do you and I have? Man thinks he's got a lot of problems. Give him a health problem. He's got one problem. I've also seen a lot of very successful businessmen and C-suite guys. You know, I come from a corporate background. I could show you more often than not a successful, financially successful, I'll say man in this case. I can almost always point to a weakness, a flaw, a hurt and pain in that man around relationships and or health, if not both. A lot of material success, a lot of recognition, affirmation, achievement. I love all that stuff, by the way. I'm better than I used to be, but I used to need it. Now I appreciate it. But you show me a man quite often that's got a lot of financial success, I'll show you broken relationships, typically in the form of failed marriage or marriages, plural, and or kids, failures for whatever reason, they don't talk to him. Not saying that's always his fault, because we can do the best parenting and still have wayward kids. And I can often show you a man with good material success, business success, corporate success, and poor health. I don't even need to see blood work. I could just look at the man and tell you he's overweight, he's obese, he's inflamed, he's tired, he's whatever he may be. What is true wealth? I think true wealth is having all three of those. I think it's having rich, deep relationships, because that's most important. You want to find a man that's happy, find me a man that's got rich, deep relationships. He doesn't need a ton. He doesn't need 1,000 or 1,000,000 followers. He doesn't. But he's got 3 good friends, 3 ride or die brothers in his life. He's got a good marriage. They're connected. He loves his kids and they love him. Even if they don't say it, hopefully they do, but even if they don't, that's a happy man. Strong relationships. Want to find a happy man? Show me a simple man with good health and good relationships. There's 2 of the 3. Now why not throw in the 3rd in Thumos style? Let's help that man be successful and make money, make good money, make a lot of money in mission from above the line. In other words, serve the world, serve other people from a place of love, light, and strength. Because we can build the wealth from a place of desire and fear and grind. I've done that. We can build the muscle, we can build the money, we can do all of that from below the line. Desire, greed, fear, it's never good enough. But we can also build it from a place of love, light, strength, gratitude. Why not choose the latter? A higher state of consciousness. Better stuff when it comes to law of attraction. Show me a man that's got all 3. Good money for abundance, good health, good relationships. I'll show you a centered man. A man of Thumos, strong man. Strong mind, body, spirit, and heart. Not just muscles. All 4, core 4. I still hear it being said, the Bible being misquoted, that money is the root of all evil. Money's not the root of all evil. Are you kidding me? Have you given money away? Measure the feeling. Qualitatively, subjectively, go measure the feeling of giving money away. Give it away until it hurts a little bit. And tell me there's a greater feeling. It's unbelievable. I've given money, especially through my kids. Little Timmy, go give money to this guy over here serving the free popcorn. So much money that the guy looks at us like we're crazy. As a dad, I'm giving, so I get that feeling. I'm teaching my son. I give my son that feeling of giving. It's like amplified. Try that one, dads. Don't just give. Give through your kids so they give, and they're learning to give. And to impact that man or woman that's getting that money. Those who despise money probably haven't given enough money away. And oftentimes, whatever their relationship with money is, that's okay. It's whatever you grew up with, whatever messaging was. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. Money is bad. People with money are greedy, they're stingy, they're hateful. There's some of that, and there's all of that out there. But there's also a lot of good. I'm seeing it. I see the world like this universe. There's a consciousness being raised. There's a shift going on. Yeah, there's contraction and meanness and separation, but there's also a lot of love, light, generosity, abundance, people helping people. Oftentimes not in the spotlight, not on social media. It's behind the scenes. That's the most beautiful type, by the way. So brothers, I'll leave you with this. Think about what's most important in life. Think about true wealth. Wealth that money can't buy. And let's make sure that we're prioritizing our mindset, our heart set, our thoughts, our calendar, our time, our tools, our talents around true wealth. And perhaps for us, it's all three of those: relationships, health, and money. Hope this finds you well. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, Thumos is a community that's out there helping men with growth, purpose, and impact. We help men, quite frankly, break through stuck old patterns that don't serve us anymore. My story is that I've been divorced, and now I look back and I have a fantastic, beautiful marriage and family. So I believe, and we believe, that our mess can become our message, which can also become our mission in life, perhaps. But that's just my relationship sort of in a short story, and the failure and the success around that. And I say failure, it was clearly a learning. And then I'm also a guy from a financial standpoint that left corporate America. Man, I was corporate through and through. I loved it for a long time until it didn't serve me anymore. Corporate changed, I changed. And I just decided to go a different direction and pursue my purpose and passion and God-given talent to serve the world, which is to help more men. And I can help these men. I'm qualified to do so because I've been through the very things that they're going through now, especially the younger men. So I left corporate America after about 30 years, and I'm doing my own deal now. And it's not all easy, but wow, it's fascinating and fantastic. So that's a little bit about me. And so what we're not is we're not some high-end, top G type group that's flashing around. We don't have yachts and Rolexes. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and that's not who I am or where I am. Frankly, I don't even have that much money, but I'm very comfortable in where I am, and I have a complete centered life. I know where I am on all 8 F's, which are the 8 pillars that we look at, we measure ourselves by as a checkup within Thumos. And I'm seeing a whole lot of success from normal guys like me and you, perhaps. Conservative guys, veterans from the military, law enforcement, Leo, business owners, corporate leaders, husbands, dads, just good guys that are real, that are like-minded, that aren't victims, that just want to lean in and be better. So if any of that sounds good to you at all, feel free to hit me up and I'll tell you a little bit more about what we got going on. Our flagship is our Thumos weekends. We've done 10 breakthrough weekend experiences now. We don't call them retreats because they're not retreats. They're just, we don't go and rest. We go and work. And it's like nothing else that I've ever done. That's why we're about to do number 11, 600 acres in nature with God, men leaning in with intention, asking real questions. Who am I? What do I want to be when I grow up? Which is, what is my purpose in life? How am I showing up as a husband, a dad? What's holding me back? Our weekends are beautiful. And then we have Zoom calls in our inner circle community. It's a coaching and mentoring community where we're helping each other win. I think what makes us special, unique, and frankly great is that we have the competency and the care. So we've got men that say I love you to each other. They've gone deep. They've done weekends together, and they mean it, and it's fantastic. But they also care and have competency, so they can show you how to raise your game, whether it's around fitness or finance or faith or whatever the F is that man is low and needs attention on. So it's really a platform where men lean in. They offer their help, their expertise, their knowledge, and they get help from others' expertise, knowledge, care, and competency. So DM me if you've got any questions, or check us out, thumoscoaching.com. Take care.